If you keep getting stuck in the friend zone, this is why. Welcome to day 3 of the Magnetic Man Challenge. I'm Michaela Chung, an introvert dating coach and author who's been featured in ABC and Forbes and more. And today we're talking about something that almost every man has experienced, the friend zone. Maybe you've been there. It started out looking promising. You were texting a lot, talking on the phone, maybe even hanging out and having deep conversations. And yet, she kept treating you as a friend. It never really got further than that. That's the friend zone. Now, why does this happen? To be clear, the friend zone isn't about being too nice. It's usually about a lack of intention. At some point, you didn't lead things in a romantic direction. And once that dynamic sets in, it can be hard to shift. I once had a client who was really stuck in this pattern. He was friends with this girl who he really, really liked, and he felt like they were getting close. You know, she'd always call him when she needed to vent. Sometimes he'd come over and they'd have long conversations late into the night, and she'd really open up to him. Sometimes she'd talk about her ex with him. But then she would disappear for days. She wouldn't text him back until the next time that she needed to vent. Sound familiar? So in this case, he was so stuck in the friend zone that the best thing was to just move on. And if she was actually attracted to him, she would have eventually chased after him. But more likely in this case, she probably never was attracted to him enough. And the best thing was for him to just move on so he could perhaps meet somebody who was actually attracted to him. The key thing to know is that all of this wasted energy and confusion could have been prevented simply by him being more clear about his intentions early on. So I want you to ask yourself, do I want to be her buddy or do I want to date her? Both are valid. It's just that pretending that you want one thing when you actually want another causes confusion, which kills attraction. Now, here is what leading with intention looks like. It's not about being aggressive or pushy. You're simply clear about what you want and where you want things to go, even if it's in subtle ways. So this means asking her on a date instead of just hanging out, conveying your attraction instead of hiding. You do this by giving a genuine compliment, making eye contact, saying you like spending time with her and you want to see her again, and making plans instead of just waiting and hoping things are just going to happen on their own. When you do this, when you're clear and you convey attraction, could you still get it rejected? Yes. But that's far better than hovering in limbo and never getting the connection that you really want. All right, so here's your action step for today. I want you to think back to a time when you ended up in the friend zone. You don't need to judge yourself. This is just for learning purposes. So ask yourself, where could I have made my intentions more clear earlier on? Just notice and be aware and challenge yourself next time to lead with more clarity. Remember, the friend zone isn't about being unworthy. It's simply about not leading. When you lead with clarity, you move forward, or you at least get a clear answer. Either way, you're not stuck. All right, tomorrow we're going to be talking about something fun and juicy, conversation chemistry, and how that can impact how a woman feels about you. See you in day 4.